These sessions are supposed to be very long, not because I need them to be long, but due to some very key fundamentals I actually need to touch. It's actually making them look long. All right. Now, I want to state some very important things. Normally, before I do trainings, I have orientation classes. This is the first training I'm actually hosting without an orientation class. Now, the reason why I do orientation classes is because I try to help people understand that there is nothing difficult in life to learn. Because before learning can take place, you have to first condition your heart that you will understand and that you can understand. A lot of people show up on this space and they tell you that a lot of terminologies or ideologies in the crypto space, they are way, way, way difficult to comprehend. It is no joke, and they're not even lying. All right. There are some ideologies that by the time you start trying to wrap your head around them, they are so difficult to digest. But let me tell you guys, over time, one of the things that have helped me understand the things I know in the crypto space right now is not because they were not difficult. I could remember when I got started, no one taught me crypto. Let me put it that way. When I say no one, I did not have a direct mentor. So no one on the space would wake up and tell you that he taught 𝗲𝗲𝗧𝗧 crypto. All right. I learned by first having a heart to know. I wanted to know. And I wanted to know so much that I will be able to make so much profit from what I know. So I was not just focusing on the knowledge. I was looking at how can I know something that I can apply that can help me make profits. All right. That can give me a very good understanding of how this industry works. So that is how it actually got started. Now, the truth is, for some people, they've been on the space for a long time. And due to the longevity of their stay in this space, they've been exposed to so much. But guess what? Some people, they show up in 3 months and they know so much. It starts with the heart. And one of the mindset everybody in the Insight Emporium community will have is the mindset of I can know anything and there is nothing too difficult for me to learn. Nothing. So there were days I would sit in front of my system watching YouTube video, and guess what I'll be saying to myself? Because then back then, if you want to know blockchain, you have to know blockchain. It's not even trading. All right. Nowadays, if people want to teach you blockchain, they start with trading, spot and futures. Then if you are either knowledgeable about blockchain or you are not. I'm talking about the year 2016, late 2016. When Bitcoin was even still less than $700 or less than, it entered $1,000 in January 2017. All right, late 2016, early 2017, that was when it hit $1,000. So, but back then, if you needed to understand blockchain, you will know it. Everybody will quote Bitcoin's consensus mechanism to you, and they could also explain to you how it works. They will tell you that they will tell you the algorithm they use in securing the blockchain network. You just have to know it. All right. Now, those days when I was looking at my system and learning all of these things, they were not making sense. And at some point, I actually get lost. But as I sit down and I'm studying, I kept saying to myself, I was talking to myself, I said, 𝗲𝗲𝗧𝗧, you understand. 𝗲𝗲𝗧𝗧, you understand. 𝗲𝗲𝗧𝗧, you understand. And as I was saying that thing, I know I did not understand, but I was saying it because the more you speak things into your life, the more you say things to yourself, your ears hear it, your mind, they hear it. So sometimes you can't stop your mind or your heart from believing that you don't know something. But when you open your mouth to say to yourself that I know it, even when you think you don't know it, your ear is hearing it, your mind is hearing it. So what you are doing indirectly is you are talking fear out of your heart. You are talking ignorance out of your heart. And you are pouring in faith to learn. It is faith to be able to learn ideas that will bring about financial freedom. It does not happen by luck. All right. And one of the things I will be doing in this session is not teaching you guys. What I want to do is I want to show you something. And what I will show you, you will take it and you will expound on it. and you will know so much beyond the letters I actually present. That is the concept you are going to be working with in this training. All right. The beautiful thing about teaching is when you can know more than your teachers, because first of all, there's a provision for that in the world. For everyone who have taught me anything, I aspire to know more than them. So what do? I go and research for every single word, and that's one reason why I decided to record this training. When you hear things or terminologies you don't understand, note them. You might be in a busy place, it's recorded. All right, go back to them, and when you go back to them, don't jump anything. Don't say in the next class I will understand. In all of my training, I always say this: if you pile up concepts you don't understand, pushing it ahead, saying that okay, you will likely explain it in the next class. The truth is, by the time the class is actually over, you realize that you have a whole lot of concepts that you are not clear about, and you realize that you are jumping into roadblocks every now and then. I'm going to be starting simple, and we are going to be taking off from there. This training is just for 3 days. I won't be able to pour in everything about blockchain in 3 days. In fact, it can't even happen in 2 months. The things I know. All right. So, but what I want to show us, like I said, is the ideas, the concepts. You guys will build on it and see marvelous things. So, what I will give to you guys are the fundamentals. What a lot of people have refused to understand is, you see, these things called fundamentals or basic. They don't know that these are the game changers. The little things are the things that gives you the biggest results, not even the big things most times. Because without the basics, you can't build strong foundation for the big structures to come on it. So I want to show you guys the basic that works, and then you will build your portfolio. You will build your understanding of the blockchain of cryptocurrency on these things from here, and you have a very good balance. So today we are going to be starting out with very fundamental things. The initial plan I had for the class was, let me just show these guys how to use decentralized wallets to buy Solana tokens, so that when we just make call, they can take the calls. So, but I felt it is better you understand what we are doing, all right, so that you don't just take calls and then that is it. Okay, so let's get started. So I will be talking to us about, I think, about 5 things today. If it lasts for 2 hours, cool. If it lasts for less, awesome. But I'll try as much as possible to simplify it, because the bull run, during this bull season, this is not the season where you teach. And I have stopped teaching a long time. If you actually check this group that we are in, I've had a lot of teachings in the past. But funny enough, this is a recent group. If you join the Inside Emporium community, this one is Inside Emporium updates. That's why I'm having this session. The Inside Emporium community is dated way back 2020. All right. So this I created in 2020. So a lot of trainings have happened here. All right. A lot of trainings have happened here. So, but we're actually getting started with this. So during the training outline, I actually said we're going to be looking at so the first thing we'll be looking at is CEX and DEX trading. All right, so we'll look at on-chain DJ Play, Binance Smart Chain, Solana, AVAX. We could also look into others, but one of the things I'll likely do is I'll show you Solana, I will show you Binance, I could just show you only Solana. You will use the same ideology to find others, or we could also still have other sessions, maybe when we start going into new chains. All right. We are going to look into pre-sales, fair launch, spot futures trading, using sniper bots, research methodology, and then airdrops. Now, we are likely not going to go deep into airdrops, futures trading, spot trading, but the core thing we are actually going to be delving into is research methodology and then understanding on-chain activities and on-chain concepts. So today we are going to be kicking off with understanding tokens or coins and their blockchain. Understanding tokens and coins and their blockchain. Then we will proceed into the process involved in creating a token. So the third one will be blockchain projects and community. Blockchain projects and community. The fourth one is how to buy and sell tokens. So I don't want to assume that everybody knows how to do that. How to buy and sell tokens. And then the fifth one, which is the beautiful, the icing on the cake, research methodology. So research methodology, and in research methodology we'll be looking at tools. We'll be looking at interface of most of these tools, and then how to find tokens or gems. Okay, so and then we'll call it off for the day. So just 5 items on our list, and let's see how much we'll be able to do. So first and foremost, understanding tokens or coins and their blockchain. So let me start by actually saying this. Actually being duplicated. Okay, so let me start by saying this. Now, the blockchain is let's use the word. Should I start defining blockchain in this class? Okay, so but blockchain is the technology that has brought about the innovations we are seeing right now, and some innovations that will likely take us into the future, or some innovations that is taking us into the future. Now, the whole idea of the blockchain started in Bitcoin, and the concern, please note, the concern started from the issues we're having from centralized bodies. So we needed a solution where we can have a decentralized system. So decentralized means that institutions, organizations, bodies, governments, they won't be the middlemen between consumers and suppliers, or producers and consumers. All right, so, or any which way you want to see it. So in the financial sector, these have always been the norm, where you have institutions being in between you, the end user, all right, and the guys whose service you're using. So let's say, for instance, your banks answer to central banks, institutional bodies, all right. The same way the United States dollar answers to the Fed, not even the government, all right. So, and there are different policies that comes about from governments that actually impact your money. For instance, we actually saw last year, for those in Nigeria, we saw that we could not withdraw our naira because the government were taking naira out of circulation. So people had money, but they could not have access to their money. We see these things all the time. When you go to bank and then you want to make withdrawal, they tell you you can only withdraw this money. When you were bringing the money to that bank, they were happy collecting everything from you. But yeah, collect your money now. They're telling you how your money should be withdrawn. You know, to a big extent, it does not make sense. You know, someone could want to defend it and say, oh, those are policies that will help manage and control. When I was bringing the money, it is my money. See, when the world comes to a place where you don't have authority over the things you own, there's problem. And in the days of the Antichrist, that's going to be the order of the day, because properties, things will be taken from people, and you can't have access, you know, except you pay allegiance to a particular thing. So imagine a world where you own so much, but under a twinkle of an eye, one person's policy can take them all away. So do you know what that means? It means you actually don't own it. So these were the worries, these were the concerns, you know, people actually had, and then started betting ideas, and hence the blockchain technology. Now, because of so many features the blockchain technology actually holds, a lot of people started taking advantage of it for the negative. And this is what you will always see in all industry. So no matter how good that industry is, you will always find bad eggs in those industry. So, and then you see people doing scam with it, due to the fact that they want to be anonymous. So they could ask you to send money to a cryptocurrency account or wallet, and then obviously there's no way you can trace them. Okay, so people have actually wrongly used the platform, but they did not know as much. Because the truth is, if you really know blockchain and if you learn the things you are going to be learning in the next few days, why are you going to be frauding people when you know you can make money? All right. So you know you cannot live in that myopic realm, because you can actually create earnings or income from this thing. What we are going to be doing is we are going to be growing gradually, and we are going to be monitoring the progress. There's going to be accountability in all of our processes. All right. We are not just going to be doing things after this training. We are going to be having order. So the blockchain is liberty. The blockchain is freedom. The blockchain is your ability to express, your ability to own and truly own. All right. So even if we are still seeing a lot of improvement coming to the blockchain, because we are still early in this technology. Okay. So tokens and coins are cryptocurrencies. All right. So let me actually state this. Tokens and coins are, some people use tokens in place of coin, but they are different. But in this class, we won't be looking at that. But okay, let me just give you guys the concept. The difference between tokens and coins is very slim. Coins are the native tokens of a blockchain. So what does that mean when you say native? For instance, there are various blockchain, in the cryptocurrency space. We have Solana, we have Ethereum, we have Bitcoin itself. We have so many. All right, we have so many. So, and all of these cryptocurrencies, these blockchains, their native currencies are the currency you know them for. So what are these native currencies? The native currencies or tokens are those tokens you use in carrying out transactions in the blockchain. Okay, owned by the blockchain. So for instance, Ethereum, blockchain, it uses Ethereum coin. For Solana, it uses Solana coin. All right. For Binance Smart Chain, it uses BNB. All right. So those are coins. Every other coin or whatever you want to call it, or tokens that is being created in that blockchain, you call them token. All right. Why? Because they are not native. You don't use those tokens to confirm transactions in the blockchain. You use the native. All right. So you use the native to buy in the blockchain. So for those of us who have been trading on Solana chain, you realize that we're using Solana to swap most of these coins. Okay. So that shows you how a coin differs from a token when it comes to a blockchain scenario. Okay, so this is how tokens are actually different. So the features might be the same, but their functions are actually different. So one, you use it to swap the other. So the other can just be created by any random person for any random purpose. But a coin is actually created to service its blockchain, either to be used for transactions or for validation of the blockchain, for consensus in the blockchain, for making decisions in the blockchains, and also for people also use it in their DAOs, for those blockchains that have a DAO. All right, so these are what tokens and coins actually are. All right, so what are the process involved in creating these tokens? Now, the reason why I had to put this in here is because every day we look into various market aggregators, we are looking for tokens that people are creating every day. So you need to understand the idea behind token creation and what the people who create tokens, what they're actually looking at. So that when you are researching on tokens to buy, you can start thinking like them. You can start envisioning things like them. You cannot start seeing like a dev. Start thinking like a dev and not just a retailer who is coming to look for opportunity in the dev's project. One of the salient things I want to say is the fact that everybody that shows up on this space, we are here to make money. People will tell you, I'm here for the tech, I'm here for the tech, I'm not the blind. Everybody is here to make money. No matter how much people tell you they love the tech. We love the tech, we are here to provide value, but at the same time, in return, everyone wants to go home with a bag. Don't be ignorant of this. So the big player and the small player, they are all aiming for the same thing. So if everyone on this space, so let's look at the market cap of cryptocurrency itself. The market cap currently, looking at these statistics, is saying 1.6 trillion. All right. So if there is 1.6 trillion in this industry, and everybody is looking into making some money from this 1.6 trillion, it means just one thing. Some people will win and some people will lose. Because the silent or unrevealed truth is the fact that we are looking for how to make money off ourselves. And that is actually what's happening in all of the markets out there. So it's not a crypto thing. Go to Aswani that they are selling clothes. A lot of people go there to buy clothes. Why? Because they feel clothes there are cheaper. But somebody will go and buy clothes first grade, from Aswani, take it into a boutique, sell it at a higher price. But it's the same material. If you sell it in another location, it will be cheaper. You take it into another environment, do some packaging, you add more money. You're trying to make more money off another person, by presenting that thing to look better than what it should have been. So people are always creating impression on either products or services in order to sell them at a more profitable rate. You have to understand this. So the world we live in is a world of profits and a world of value. So people are either bringing value to you and looking for ways to get funds in return. Look at the forex market. People are in that market. People are losing. People are making profit. Look at the stock market. The same thing. Tell me a market people are not making money and people are not losing money at the same time. There is none. It's all the market. So imagine you show up in a world where the financial system is actually run under competition. Competition where everyone is trying to make money. How do you survive? And how do you make the most? This is a fight. And that is more reason why you can't show up in the crypto space. And you want to take money. You want to take out of, let me call it a hot coal. Because $1.6 trillion is no small money. So how do you think, because these things should shape your understanding, how do you think you will come into the crypto space with $20 and you want to make $1 million? So people will say, are you whining me? All right. But it is possible. People have done it. But how did they do it? You will have to find the key. So because if everyone is willing to come into, is wanting to come into this space with $20 and want to check out with $1 million, it means that for the kind of results you see, for the bigger the results you see, the deeper your roots should go. Because the kind of results you seek and you demand for will determine the kind of work you will put into it. If you don't show your works, you won't see the results. It is by work. There are some people I've been monitoring, in the community. I am seeing what you are doing in the crypto in the crypto industry, but I'm just quiet. I see most of you in various places. I am doing a research. I'm seeing your names pop up in some of those projects. And I'm seeing those projects for the first time. But you guys are already there. Sometimes I join some big spaces and I see you guys there. You are learning. Not because I announced those spaces on the platform. And I tell you, if I start calling all of these individuals out, they have grown. I know where I met them. I know where they were. So that is how hungry you have to get. For the kind of results you demand for in this space, the more hungry you should be, because everyone is fighting for a market share. So when a dev creates a token, NEPA will always happen. So when a dev creates a token, a dev is thinking of something. All right. Now, so first of all, a dev will have to assemble his team. Now, the team might be a project manager that would in turn source for all of these skills, these skill sets, which are people with soft skills, the guys who are going to build the contract, the devs that are going to build the web page, graphic designer, animators, community moderators. All right. So when you want to build a token, before now, every token that is supposed to be created is supposed to solve a problem. So before now, we used to talk about use cases. All right. So use cases in the sense that what is this token going to be used for? For those of you that have been in the crypto space for like 2 years now, when you came in early, you were hearing use case, Abi. Now, how many people is talking? Who send your use case now? Not so much. Not so much. People are asking, what authority do you command? What social reputation do you have? When you want to launch your coin, how many people will pay attention? That is what people are looking at. Because where the people are, that is where the money is. Because if the more people that will show attention to your project, the more money is likely to get into that project. We saw what happened with Portal token, Portal coin. Now, Portal coin was going to do a pre-sale. I don't know how they did it. I'm sure they used both influencers and, first of all, their personalities, the guys behind the token. I'm sure they command numbers. They are known individuals in the space too. They were able to drive attention. Within the first minutes of the pre-sale, they have made $11 million in pre-sale. Within the first minutes, only on Solana chain, $11 million. And that's more reason why I wanted to actually get into that project. So when a dev creates a coin, he has an idea, either good or bad. So it's either he wants to go into the market, create value, and in turn earn from the value he has created and get even much more benefit. Or people don't care about the value. People's eye or attention maybe the dev's eye and attention is on the money he could likely make from bringing that coin to them. So that is another dimension. So whether they are good or they are bad, sometimes their approach is the same. The only way sometimes you'll be able to tell is the results. At the end of the day, how did the project how did the project turn out? But sometimes, with some basics I'm going to be showing us, you can spot some irregularities. It's just like a lady, if you're in a relationship with a lady, if you are lying, most times they know. If you have a friend and the friend is lying, sometimes you know. You just know that this thing did not gel. So on the platform yesterday, so someone called 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, and then it was supposed to be a fair launch. Yes, it took time. Fair launch sometimes delay, but as soon as we entered the market and we saw the market cap, we knew there was a problem immediately. All right. So, and in the research methodology, that class is going to be, we might start it today by showing us some fundamental tools and all of that, but by tomorrow we'll go deep, because this is the world, this is the business part of it. This is the business part of it. Because sometimes you won't see the red flags, but you will know that the feeling is not right. So as soon as we saw the market cap for a fair launch, we knew this was a problem. The only reason why you would see that and notice that that's a fault is because of what your understanding. As soon as we bought into a fair launch, it was already 200,000. 200,000. It launched 1 minute ago. And as soon as it launched, the chart started, price started retracing almost in a few seconds. So immediately I had to tell you guys to actually pull out 50% in case, but I knew that this thing is bad. But I did not want, for capital protection, I did not want all in where you lose 100%. All right, because if I had said remove 100%, immediately it's going to look like a fear statement. All right, where but we called this coin, let's buy, and now you're saying we are not even 10 seconds into the coin, you are saying remove 100%, because we're not 10 seconds into it. I said remove 50%. It should have been like, let me just leave it and see. But there were red flags. So we would find out how to get to know about these red flags, and then how to protect our portfolios from it. So first and foremost, when people create tokens, they get their teams. So, and that's one reason why during the last space we had, I was asking for people who have skills in the industry, so that beyond the fact that you are trading, you can also make money with your skill by also being part of this project. And being part of project also give you first-hand information, ahead of community members on project initiatives. If they're having partnerships that is going to be coming, the graphic designer will be aware, because he will do graphics for those partnerships. The team will be aware, because they will be properly informed, so that they know how to communicate to the community when the news goes out. So you would likely get first-hand information on a lot of things. All right. So when they create tokens, they get all of these people that would build the token. So now they will employ influencers, they will pay for marketing and all of that. That's more reason why when we want to do research, we go to platforms where we know these marketers or influencers would likely start talking about the project. So as a devs want to look at influencers that carry weight, people that can drive their message, people that have followership. And that's more reason why you cannot follow just everybody because they have followers. Sometimes it is paid gigs. And that's more reason why we wanted to show you guys how to find these things yourself, so that you don't have to depend on the calls we make on the group, but you can also carry out your own research. For instance, I was not online when Jesus was pumping. Do you know that a lot of people made over 100x from Jesus? I told you guys that this month is Christmas, and anything relating to Christmas will likely do well. Jesus did over 100x. Zeus made so much money from that project and his team. All right. So, and that is what I was looking at. I was looking at a situation where I don't have to be online for us to see gems. All right. So by the time we are done with this training, when anybody is online and you're searching, you would see something. And when you see something, you can share it in the community. Okay. So the process involved in token creation is just very simple. First, the devs will have to look at the fundamental of the token. Now, let's leave use case away. Let's leave narrative away, because we know that they will look for one narrative or the other. They can even change narrative at any time. They can change use case at any time. If they start hearing that AI is doing well, AI is the narrative people are looking at, Narratives are more or less like ideas that is actually driving maybe the tech market. All right. So devs will start using those ideas, integrate those ideas into their coins for acceptability because that is what is trending. All right. So because it is trending, they want to put it, integrate it into their coin. Why? Because they want the coin to also trend along with the wave. So that's like gliding with the wave. So, but apart from those use cases, let's pay attention to tokenomics because this is where the devs make money from. All right. So tokenomics. So when we talk about tokenomics, what are we talking about? The word tokenomics means is a combination of two things. It's a combination of two things, and it's a combination of the word token and economics. All right, that's what tokenomics is. It means that the economics around a token. Now, Jesus also listed on AVAX not too long ago. All right, but we have actually not started trading on AVAX. You know, that's why I could not make the call too. So now, there is the economic part of a token. Now, the economic part of a token is, so if you meet a guy that programs and then you tell the person, I want to build a coin, you know, you have to first of all come about the tokenomics of the coin. How many of these tokens do you want to create? Okay, so I don't want to start using blockchain terms now. So, but I will explain the idea and then I will use the terminologies to match the idea. So, if you want to build a token, you need to first of all decide on how many of this token will I create. Now, let's not even talk about the price because the quantity of the tokens you're going to create will also affect the price that is going to be starting with. So, for instance, if you actually look at CoinGecko, let's just go to any random token on CoinGecko. My internet has been wonderful, but I just hope. Okay, so we have Bitcoin right here. Now, if you look at this overview, so what they just did is they created just very few columns, you know, just very few columns, and then they have price 1 hour, 24 hours, 7 days, 24 hours volume, then market cap. When you're talking about tokenomics, you are talking about everything that is involved in a token. So, for instance, let's click on Bitcoin. Let's click on Bitcoin so that I get to explain what I actually mean. So we're going to be using Bitcoin as an example. So in the tokenomics part, I want to pay attention to this. Okay. So, but you have it here. Okay. So there is a lot. So let me just open this part in another screen. So, but fundamentally, you want to pay attention to this. And this is very key. Please pay attention. Please pay attention to this. This is important. Now, don't worry about the values you are seeing here. So I will explain the concept. All right. So when you talk about tokenomics, you want to look at different things. Some of the things you want to look at is the market cap. Market cap. Okay, let me put this here. Market cap means market capitalization. Okay. So, and look at the definition it gives here. It says it refers to the total market value of a cryptocurrency's circulating supply. Now, let me bring it to real world situation. When we were growing up, I don't know if Indomie was not there. So let's look at Indomie. All right. Indomie is a noodle, and then let's assume that you want to find out the market cap, or you're saying what is the market cap of Indomie. When you say market cap, you're saying market capitalization, meaning that the capital of people that is in your products. Now, you can't talk about the capital of people that is in your product without that product being in the market. All right? Because before people will have access to the product will have to be in the market. So if you're saying what is the market capital of your product, it's saying that how much have your products generated from the market. So you can't, there are some things, you see, sometimes if some concepts are difficult to understand, just use common sense. In the sense that if some people are asking, what is the capital of what is the market capital of your product in the market? You can't really tell what the market capital is without knowing how many of that product is in the market and how much per product. All right. So if Indomie comes out and tell you they have made $1 million in a year from selling Indomie, what will you do immediately if you want to find out how many Indomie is inside the market? You will just divide the 1 million naira from the current price of Indomie. So what is the current price of Indomie? Let's say is 100 naira for one Indomie. You will say 100 naira divided by 1 million. So if you divide 100 from 1 million, you have 10,000. All right? You have 10,000. Now, it means that they had to sell 10,000 Indomie to be able to make 1 million naira. Now, let's come to market cap. Look at this definition. Look at this definition. It says market cap is equal to current price times circulating supply. The Indomie that was in circulation is 10,000. The price is 100 naira. It now had to be 100 naira times. So it had to be 100 naira times circulating supply, which is 10,000. It will give you the market cap of 1 million naira. Now, let's bring it to crypto. If I say that Bitcoin market cap is 799 billion, okay? Now, calculator. If Bitcoin is... Now, the reason why we have to explain this is because you are going to be using these things to understand whether or not you should buy a token. All right? Just looking at the tokenomics, if the token does not have very good fundamental. So, if the market cap of Bitcoin is 799.8, I just hope this calculator will be able to contain it. 251, okay, 245. This is the market cap. All right, this is the market cap. And then we know the price of Bitcoin. Now, first of all, pay attention here. Let me explain this concept and then we'll start doing mathematics. There is market cap, okay? Now, in understanding tokenomics, you need to understand market cap. You need to also understand fully diluted valuation. For those of you that have been on Solana, you'll be seeing things like FDV. Look at it here. FDV here. FDV, you see market cap. But most of the tokens, you see that the FDV and the market cap is the same. You will see the reason why now. All right. The FDV, the fully diluted valuation. All right. So, and then you have your circulating supply, total supply, and max supply. So, what does these three things mean? So, we have explained circulating supply. We said that the circulating supply is the quantity of a product that is in the market. So, if we want to know the market cap of Indomie, we want to find out how many quantities of Indomie is inside the market. That is the circulating supply. So, if you want to know, okay, the circulating supply of, if something is telling you the circulating supply of Bitcoin is 19,573,000, is telling you that 19 million Bitcoin is in the market being traded. Total supply tells you that this is the total amount of this currency that is going to enter into the market. It has not entered into the market yet. All right. Now, it is going to enter for various reasons. It's either it has been minted or it's about to be minted to be taken to the market. For instance, Indomie as a company, they have some Indomies in their warehouses that they've not started distributing. So if they want to say that they have made money, they won't tell you they've made money from the Indomie they've not sold that is in their warehouse. No, they will calculate their market cap from the Indomie that is in the market. How many of you calculate your profit from products you have not sold and say you have made profit? You don't say that is profit. You say you could make this possible profit if you finish selling this. But it is only profit when you have really sold it. So the one that is not in the market yet, but is about to go into the market, you can call it your total supply. Then the max supply, just like the word max. Max means the maximum. So max supply just tells you that this is the highest number of Bitcoin that can be created. So for instance, Indomie might not have a max supply in the sense that they keep producing. But if Indomie now decide and say, we can only produce 21 billion Indomie, as soon as they hit that 21 billion, they stop. That is what max supply means. So when you see max supply, it tells you that this is the highest number of this token that can be produced. Total supply tells you that this is the quantity that have been produced, that will go into the market. This is the quantity that will go into the market. This one tells you, circulating supply tells you, this is what is already in the market. Now, if you want to start calculating fully diluted valuation, market cap, how do we understand this concept? This concept is easy. In understanding market cap, remember we said we looked at circulating supply, which is what you have in the market times the current price, right? So that's how we got the market cap. So if we say that what is the current market cap, let's assume the market cap is not given. So let's go to the calculator. So we know the circulating supply has to be 19,573,437. We know the current price 41,062. For us to get the market cap, we will have to calculate the circulating supply, which is the quantity in the market, which is this, times the current price. Okay, the current price have moved to 83. It's always moving because people actually buy it. Then we'll do equal to. Okay, now if you actually pay attention, remember you can see this shaded part. These prices would be updated because price is actually moving. But if you actually look at the calculator, you realize that it's very close to the price. All right, but this price got updated, and that's why this is likely going to change. But you can see how close it is to it. So this gives you, so if you want to find out the market cap, you have to find out how many of the quantity of this token is in the market, multiplied by the current price. Then pay attention to this. If you want to understand the fully diluted valuation, what this means is this max supply or the total supply, by the time they are all in the market, how much would the market cap be with the current price? That is what you have as fully diluted valuation. Now look at it. That's why it says current price times total supply. So the fully diluted valuation means if you take all of the supply, all right, the total supply, you dilute everything in the market with this current price that we are in, how much will be the market cap at that time? That is what you have here. So meaning that if 21 million Bitcoin is the highest that can ever be produced, if 21 million Bitcoin is in the market as we speak, and the price of Bitcoin is still at $41,092, it means that the amount in the Bitcoin market valuation or market cap would be at that time $858 billion. How does this concept help? a lot of devs, they do a lot of bad things, in the sense that they create a token right now, and then out of 100%, now pay attention to this, out of 100% of the token, they only release into the market 30%. They only release 30%. And how do you know that it's 30% that is in the market? When you look at the circulating supply, you look at the total supply or max supply, and then you try to compare them, you try to divide them, you realize that the margin is too wide. For instance, circulating supply of Bitcoin is 19 million. The max supply is 21 million. We know that, okay, it's remaining only less than 2 million. You know, if 2 million gets into the market, the max supply is done. All right. So, but look at this idea. If the dev, they create a token, out of 100%, they put 30% of that token into circulation. They are holding 70%. It could be a big deal, in the sense that everybody in the market is trading 30%. But you see, the 70% they are holding is the same price with the 30% everybody is fighting for. If they remove 30% from the 70% they are holding and sell it in the market, everybody's money is gone. That is what it means. All right. If they have 100% of the token and they put 50% of the token in the market, so let's look for a coin, a random coin, and then let's look at this tokenomics. You know, so that let's look for most of these new chains. Not maybe really new chains, but let's look at the Solana chain. Now, I want to explain this concept because sometimes when you see these tokenomics, it could depend whether you can enter a project early or not, or you should run for your life. You know, you just take profits, and these are some of the things that informs people's decision whether they should enter and stay in a particular project, or they enter for a short period of time and then leave. Okay, so Solana chain. We're almost 1 hour into the class and I've not even scratched research methodology. So I just want to lay these ideas, you know, before we go into how to buy the tokens. So this internet, now, awesome. Now, in this tokenomics of Bitcoin, now this is what you would see, because I'll get to explain all of this. Because if a dev, because sometimes a project can still be good, and the dev will create 100% of the token and put 50% in the market and hold 50%. The next question you will start asking is, what is your distribution plan for the 50 you have? And that's why in their tokenomics, you will see either they call it allocation or distribution plan of their token. People always want to know that, especially if you are releasing if you are holding good quantity of that token. People want to know, how do you intend releasing it? Some chains, we have Optimism, we have Aptos. Some of them, they release their tokens that they are holding little by little. All right, little by little. Based on Bitcoin halving, every 10 minutes, there's a particular amount of Bitcoin that gets produced. Right from its inception, where it used to be 50 Bitcoin, it kept on being slashed. That's why they call it halving. Every 4 years, it keeps on going half. I think this is the fourth halving. All right. So people want to understand, how does this token go into the market? All right. If you don't have a distribution plan, it means that you can just wake up and dump on everybody in the market. And even if you have a distribution plan, people want to be able to track it on chain and see if that is how it's actually going. Not just believing, because anybody can write anything for you and then present just to make it look nice. But people want to see activity. All right. So this is more reason why on-chain analysis is very important. And that's why I'm building the foundation by explaining to us tokenomics. Even if it's only tokenomics we understand, we can carry out research on these basics. Even if it's tokenomics alone. All right. So please, if you guys are not hearing me at any point, please get my attention. Or if you are feeling lost at any point, also get my attention. We would have question and answer towards the end. All right. So that is it for the tokenomics. In tokenomics, you have to understand market cap. You have to understand supply, max supply, total supply, circulating supply. So we said that the max supply is the total quantity of a particular coin that can ever be created. For some people, they have a fixed amount. For some people, they don't have a max supply. Their supply is infinity. What that means is they can keep creating new coins. But some people have specific quantity they create. If it is infinity, like how many quantity they can create every year. Do you guys know that Ethereum coin, its supply is actually infinity? Ethereum keeps minting coins every year. All right, so I don't have the quantity they do every year, but they keep doing this every year. Okay, so one has opened. So let's actually look at Bonk now. So because Bonk is actually trending, so let's just look at the tokens and tokenomics. I've not looked at its tokenomics before, so but let's look at it together, and then let's interpret it together. So please pay attention. So first of all, you need to understand that Bonk is at $1.1 billion, which is 1.191, all right, which is 1,191,000,000. Must see money. Okay, so let's explore the tokenomics together and then see if there is a fault. Now, mind you, Bonk of recent, for those of you who have been using Bonk bots, you'll be getting airdrop. I think the airdrop is likely to start today or tomorrow. Okay, for those of you who have been using Bonk bots, they are giving out airdrops. They are giving out Bonk, to people who have been interacting with Bonk bots and then some of their initiatives. So let's see how that goes. I don't know, the internet. It's not the internet. I think it's the browser. All right, but if the internet is bad, the network is going to be having some glitch. So whenever it opens up, so what we've been able to establish is the fact that max supply is the maximum number of a particular token that can ever be in existence. Total is the quantity of the token that is about to go into the market. Now, the reason why sometimes they stay at total supply is because maybe they have either been staked, all right, or they have been locked for a period of time. So meaning that they have been minted. They've minted, or let me use the word, instead of using mint, they have created the coin. All right, they have deployed the coin. So what is only remaining, instead of them putting it into the market, they either staked it somewhere or they locked it up somewhere to push it into the market for a period in a particular period of time. All right, so that's the reason why it stays at total supply. Circulating supply means what is circulating from the name. All right, what is circulating in the market? So, and then when you now come to your market cap, the market cap tells you the market capitalization. Who is it? I'm in a training now. Okay, so the market caps give you, is it the quotation?
Yes,
Let me see.
that is the one I made and I ordered the other one too. So,
440,000.
he said that we should.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll be rounding up the training within the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's around.
Yes.
Okay, see how it is.
Okay.
I'll come and see you, so go to the managers.
Okay.
Okay. So, so Majorly, when you look at the market cap, you're actually looking at the market capital, all right, from the circulating supply this token have in the market. So how much has it been able to raise? How much of people's money is inside this token? So for that your little $100 you put, another person $100, and you know the blockchain is actually global. So all the money that people has actually used in buying the token and are currently in the token, that is what you see as market cap. So when a token market cap start dropping, it tells you that people are removing their money from the token. So they're either converting the token to stables or converting to another token. So they're dumping it. All right. So it helps you understand. It helps you understand. And then the fully diluted value also gives you very, very, very wonderful information. It tells you that, okay, if it's the same with the market cap, it means that 100% of the token is in the market. So it's not as though the devil is coming to rob you. Now, if 100% is in the market, you cannot even start jumping up. Oh. You also now have to ask, who are the top holders of this token? All right. So, and that's one reason why on, hey, I just remembered I bought a token. Hey, wonderful. And the token has done over 10x. Is it 10x? Can check. Exploit. Answer your name now. Okay. So you can also So you can also look at, okay, so this particular token, so 100% of the token was actually in the market. Okay, so they say 77% is in Radium. Radium is the exchange. Someone is holding 4%, another person 4%, another person 2%, you know, another person 2%, 1%, like that. So, but it's telling you that top 10 holders are holding 100%. There's problem. So, meaning that 100% of the token, top 10 holders are already holding it. So, every other person is holding scrum, like fraction. You know that these top 10 people will rob. So, we knew that this project will rob. No lie. All right, because what they wanted to achieve is let people put in their money, and then before you knew it, they will remove. So, and that's one reason why when this type of coins, I'm sure, anyone who would have entered this coin would have made over 100%. All right, because within the first 5 minutes, let me see. We actually got it between the first 5 minutes. So from the first 5 minutes to this point, it's over 100. That's over 200%. Okay. So this is about 305%. So even if you remove half of that 305%, you have made your capital back and 50% of your capital. Then the moon bag. But you see this one. You might even likely not even leave moon bag, because you see these guys will not allow anything moon. They are holding the moon, you know, they are in charge of the moon. This was all right. So it's important that you understand tokenomics, because tokenomics will now give you an idea of what is going on. Who are the people holding? What are they holding? Can my bag survive this? All right. Sometimes, even personally, yes, I tell you guys, hold moon bag. There are some tokens you will look at. By the time you look at their tokenomics, you just say that this one is not worth holding for a moon bag. Let me see. So the coin we called on Sunday actually did well. I'm trying to get the name now. Can someone remind me? What's the name of that coin? Please, which coin did we buy on Sunday? So I wanted to show you guys the tokenomics, so that if the coin is going to moon with tokenomics, we would understand if people, because see, let me tell you the truth. Nothing makes a coin pump apart from people who sees the coin and sees potential. And when they see potential, they consider some factors. And tokenomics is one of the major factors. Because if I'm bringing $1 million, because sometimes, for instance, Knob, I posted Knob on the platform a few weeks ago because I was I've made 200% from NOB. NOB was the reverse of bonk, BONK. So they reversed it and called it KNOB. All right. So, and they put it into the market, and it was actually mooning. All right. Currently, it's sitting at $3 million market cap. $3 million. As at the time I bought it, it was at $20,000. Okay, but I ran away when it had done about $200,000. You know, took capital, took some profits, and left Moonbag. Funny enough, you see the Moonbag I left yesterday was the day I took the remaining Moonbag. All right. So, but I want to show us something about NOB, so that if a coin is going to pump, the previous token I just showed us, now top 10 holders of this NOB token is holding 20%, meaning that 80% random people. Out of the 20%, Radium is having 1 point something. These are the only wallets that is holding the good quantity. Guess what? What is the quantity? 7%, all of them are put together. 331, 7%. Let me tell you what this means. If these people wanted to crash this market, they can only bring this market down by 7%. That's what it means. These are the things an investor will look at and be sure that, okay, and say, if I put my money into this, can somebody just wake up and rob me? It could be difficult. If these top 3 people sell, they are only going to be selling 7% of the market cap of this NOB project. So investors will not be scared of entering. And I can likely tell who these investors are. I think I'll say something. We'll talk about that when we are doing research methodologies. Okay. Now, but compared to the last one we saw, look at the tokenomics. 100% of the token is being held by top 10. And you say somebody will carry 1 million and bring inside, when top 10 people are already holding almost 100%. It means that the guy's money, you're Sarah. So it tells you that that kind of project cannot attract millionaires. It cannot attract hundreds of thousands people to invest in. Else, the top 10 holders, that value drops drastically to like 30% at least. 30, 40% is even much. 30%. And these are some of the things you can even start looking at. Okay, now WIF coin, WIF, WIF. Now, what you will do as your assignment is, these coins that are pumping, that are doing well, go and check their top 10 holders, and so that you understand how your tokenomics have the capacity to attract investment. WIF is currently the market cap. The market cap now, you get, it should be in millions. Even if it's dropping now, it's 5 minutes candlestick. So don't go and be thinking that the life have budget. So this is what it's looking like on 1 hour. You can see mad uptrend. You can see. Look at top 10 holders, 13. The highest holders here. The highest holder here is 2%. All right. So if these 13 people who are holding the highest quantity of this coin sell, only 13% of the token valuation will be lost. So if the coin is $1 million, the amount that will be lost will be $130,000. So the market cap will drop to $870,000, which is still fair. And guess what? If they sell it, other people will rush it and buy it. So if you look at, and apart from tracking new coins that just launched, you can use some of the tokenomics of coins that are currently pumping. Use these tokenomics to see if the tokenomics will be able to attract investors in the future. So, for instance, I'm using tokenomics. So I want to explain a concept. Then we use that concept to look at the market. So don't worry, I'll still explain this. I'll still explain this screener. All right. So let me put it on Solana chain. Okay. So I want to use tokenomics to look at coins that have pumped and then see the ones that will have those attracting magnets that an investors can look at and then see potential. So let me see. So let me use a full diluted valuation from the highest. So right now, these ones are in billions. Bonk, Honey, they are fully diluted valuation. Okay, yeah. So they are billions, but I want to pay attention to the ones that are upcoming. So I want to look for the ones that are in their thousands, not the millions. All this one, Popcat, Knob is in the million. Big corn, even our corn, Solana corn that Mr. Sam called, is in the million now. So, but let's look for coins that are still in like 100 or 200,000. Okay, and look at their tokenomics. So we'll select like 5 or 6. Now pay attention to these things that we're looking at. So I'm looking at the ones around 200. So there's Honk. So let's look at Honk. That's number 1. There's Bird. Let's look at Bird. There's Carbosu. Okay. Now pay attention how we want to use tokenomics to look at this. And then which other one? So let's look at these 3 first. Let's look at these 3. This is the first one, the second one, the third one. All right. So while they're actually loading, we'll be moving straight into research methodology. All right. So now pay attention. I want to copy the contract. How do I know this is the contract? It is because a contract address, thank God I remembered to say this. When you, sorry, I want to focus on this. I skipped it. Most times in crypto, they will ask you, they tell you, buy this token. The next thing someone wants to ask is, what is the CA? CA means contract address. Now, let me give you an idea of what a contract address do. A contract address is an identifier. All right? It's an identifier. It helps you to identify a particular token in a blockchain. So, embedded in a contract address are alphanumeric words, keys. Alphanumeric keys. You see them looking like this. All right? So, it's a combination of alphabets and numbers. So, these alphanumeric keys, they carry the properties of the token that it has been allocated to. So when you use the alphanumeric key to search for it anywhere, you'll find it. No 2 tokens can have the same contract on the same chain at the same time. Someone could have deployed a contract in the past, but you can't deploy the same contract. All right? 2 different contracts with the same token contract address. So your contract address is an identifier, and that's more reason why it is the surest thing to use when you want to buy a coin. If you want to buy a coin, don't ask what is the name, because different people can use the same name. Do you know how many bonk I've seen? I've seen bonk, I've seen bonk cola, I've seen bonks, I've seen S bonk, C bonk, B bonk, I've seen Shiba bonk. There is no bonk that have not bonked. I've seen bonk 1.0, bonk 2.0. So in fact, I was looking at a particular token. I saw one token, somebody called it Fufu. I saw another one. I know it was an Igbo person that created that token. Day before yesterday, I saw Nkechi on Solana. So the truth is, you can give it any name, but how do you identify it in a blockchain? The contract address shows you that. All right. So using the contract address, you can tell it helps you identify the token. So if you want to search for a token on any platform, if so many tokens are using the same name, use the contract address and you'll find it. All right. So, and then, okay, so that's for contract address. So let's go back to these guys that we wanted to look at. Now, 5 minutes and then it's retracing. So let me use 1 day time frame. So this is Honk, Honk. I think I want to use BedEye, because it gives you that interface where it's easy for you to see the people that are holding the token. BedEye, come on. Okay, I could just even impute the contract address here. So let's look at the property. Now, first of all, you saw the chart. The chart is not looking so nice on a daily time frame. You can see how you can see the way, so it's actually pumped so well, and right now it's actually falling. Okay, so first of all, the any investor wants to actually look at the chart to see if the chart is convincing. So let's also look at this on a daily, and let's also look at Kabosu on a daily. These are easy approach to see coins that will flip for the $1 million, possibly. All right. So you have bird failed loading the chart. Why now? Let me load it again. So let me see if there I have opened. Okay, it's yet to open. Okay, so I think I'll move research methodology class for tomorrow. I would like to spend a full day with it so that you guys are able to grab it. So what the ones we've spoken about, just kindly digest it. So let's look at bird. Let's look at 1 day time frame. I don't know why my internet is this slow. So by tomorrow, we'll look at all of these things and what do they mean. We'll look at liquidity, then you understand fully diluted valuation, market cap. So here, market cap and fully diluted valuation is the same. So it's telling you that 100% of the token is actually in the market. Okay. Better, what is it? Okay. So one reason why I felt so comfortable using BINANCE is because of the way they give you the statistics at a go. On their screener, I'll have to, where is it? Okay, you have to search more, to get all of those information. But with BINANCE, everything is just right there. I thought it has opened. Okay. No data? Really? Let me paste it here. Wrapped. Okay. So honk. How come it does not? Okay. Okay. So I'm seeing informations now. All right. So fully diluted market cap. Okay. So let's take this to 1 day. Max total supply 565 million. Holders 96,000 holders. I need to take this chart to 1 day time frame. So let's see the people who are holding the top 10. Okay, now look at this. Look at this. Top 10 holders, they are holding 0.33. Meaning that so many people are actually holding this token. Oh my God, is this token listed, or are they planning to list on FTX? Now, guys, you guys have to pay attention. You have to pay attention. Now, you can see FTX here. All right, you can see this DEX. Solend Vote is here. This DEX pool is here. Drift pool is here. 0.3. I need to see this thing on a daily time frame. What's the name of this token again? Okay, Honk. Where is it? Honk. Okay, yeah, so Honk. I need to see it. _1 hour. Guys, I need to see it on a daily time frame. Okay, this is what it's looking like in the daily time frame. It's not looking fine. Wait, let me put it on log. What happened here? Let me use 4 hours. Why is it not giving me the information I actually need? Let me use. So it has been falling. Let me see 1 hour. How come both charts are actually not looking alike? Okay, so I could actually look into this. Okay, so but if this is the same, if this is the same with this, I want to look on chain. On chain, I'm seeing the wallets that are actually holding this. Now, sometimes you can see a chart looking like this. Don't be discouraged. You can see a chart looking like this. Don't be discouraged. And don't even feel, if you are holding a bag, don't feel that it is the end. Let me show you KNOB, KNOB, and what it looks like before it pumped my bag. You know, in research methodology, I will explain this thing even much better, and then I will use a better network. I'll use a better network. Now, look at on a daily time frame. This thing started pumping this today. This is yesterday. This is day before yesterday. But before then, look at this thing on a 4 hours time frame. Please look closely. Please pay attention. Oh. Now, if you look at this token very well, you realize that it pumped from here, got to this part, and then it retraced almost to its starting point. Okay? It retraced almost to its starting point, did another healthy pump, and then another retracement. And then you can see how it has flown into the millions of market cap as we speak. All right? Look at the top 10 holders. 19%. 331%. Radium is holding 1%. Another wallet is holding 1%. All right? Now, funny enough, these might be the investors that pumped the money. Because when they look at your tokenomics, and it is cool, and you can also check their social media handle and check what are these guys building. So when you check their tokenomics, and their tokenomics is wonderful, look at their social media handle and see if they are building something that is likely to attract investors. Check their Telegram communities. This would help you spot. It's not just buying into early gems, guys. If you had entered from here, this is 2x. This is 2x. From here, it's 2x. I mean 10x. I said 2x. 10x from here, over 10x. So you can't say that, oh, I will only make 10x when the coin is just new. When investors have not put in their money and all of the features of the token have those properties that will attract investors, then you can just buy a little portion and keep for the big move. You know. So by tomorrow we'll look at research methodology. All the tools I use to do research, I'm going to be showing it to us, and how I see tokens.